Derek kept saying that he can't believe Marcel is dating a criminal, aka Leslie, which of course Eva didn't like Derek talking about her mama and insinuating Leslie is a criminal even though she is. What is up, everybody? Happy Monday, although it wasn't the happiest of Mondays on Beyond the Gates today. It was definitely one of the most boring episodes in its show's history, which is why I did not do a watch along today. I saw the spoilers. I saw that we were going to see Vanessa today. I saw that there was going to be a conversation between Chelsea and Naomi. And most importantly, I saw that Ashley and Derek were a big part of today's episode, and just the Impaler stuff in general. I did not want a chance falling asleep live on camera during a watch along, so I didn't do one, but I am going to try and do one tomorrow. Where to even start with this episode? I don't feel like I have a lot to talk about. We might as well talk about what I felt like was one of the main things, even though I don't think it's going to go anywhere, and that was Vanessa and Leslie having a nice friendly conversation. Vanessa and Joey started the episode with Joey happy that Vanessa was in a good mood, making a comment about Nicole, about how she must have unclutched her pearls with Vanessa. Vanessa saying Joey doesn't have close friends, so he doesn't understand what Nicole allegedly means to Vanessa. We're really supposed to buy, I guess, in today's episode, that Vanessa really does care about Nicole's friendship, even though her actions for weeks now have been anything but caring about it. Meanwhile, Leslie was supposed to be meeting with Marcel. They are celebrating the fact that his divorce is final. He was late, though, and he had a drink bought for her at the Uptown, and so that's how Leslie started the episode, because Marcel was running late. But then they got a call from Vanessa and Joey to go to the casino, and Marcel liked the idea. We didn't see Marcel today, he wasn't actually on, but allegedly Marcel liked the idea of gambling today to hopefully win some money back after losing money in the divorce. This was Vanessa's idea, I guess, to get Joey closer to a friend, or just get Joey a friend. And I didn't really understand why Vanessa wanted to have this conversation with Leslie. I think it would have made more sense if Vanessa and Nicole were still feuding and hadn't just made up. I guess what Vanessa said in this episode is that she was inspired by Nicole. I guess it was Nicole taking the high road with Vanessa that has inspired Vanessa to have a conversation with Nicole's rival, Leslie. But Nicole tries to take the high road with Leslie too. But it's stupid because we still see Nicole get aggravated by Leslie a lot. Whatever, that's a whole other problem in a show that currently has a lot of problems with its writing. But Vanessa and Leslie's conversation, Vanessa was trying to have this girl talk with Leslie, saying that she's happy that Leslie is with Marcel, that Leslie looks happy with Marcel. Leslie at first thought Vanessa was up to some BS, but Vanessa was actually trying to get Leslie to open up, and she succeeded. Leslie opened up about her ex-husband and Ted and Marcel and this new relationship with Marcel. The only thing I actually liked from these scenes was when Leslie said it feels nice to be with someone who wants to be with her, which we haven't heard Leslie say before. We've only seen her desperation with Ted for months and months and months. So it actually was kind of good to hear Leslie say that. I know people in the comments could not have enjoyed today's episode, and I think it's Marty B specifically in the comments, if I'm remembering the right commenter, who says that Vanessa and Leslie are his least two favorite characters. If it's not Marty B, it's someone else. Let me know in the comments who it is. It could be multiple people, because a lot of us hate trash Vanessa, and I know a lot of you hate Leslie, even though she still entertains me unless she's on 2 episodes back-to-back days where she's just annoying people for no reason. But today we got to see a little softer side of Leslie, thanks to trash of all people. But that was kind of the gist of their conversation. Leslie thanked Vanessa in the end for the chat. And then Vanessa and Joey talked about it, and Vanessa said that Nicole inspired her to have a personal conversation with Leslie, and it was surprisingly not awful. Joey didn't like that Vanessa tried to get him to befriend Marcel, who's a cop, saying he only needs Vanessa. And then Grandpa Gangster and Trash kissed at the end of the episode to churn my stomach. And that was kind of the highlight of the episode, to be honest. I didn't really care too much about anything else, but I'll quickly go over it. Naomi and Chelsea basically talked about Madison's case, and then Chelsea saw that Naomi was down, and she admitted she was feeling crappy about her situation with Jacob and was wishing Jacob was there. And that's about it. Dani and Andre were at home today. Andre has been so busy lately, so he says, with what? I don't know. We don't get to see it, of course. Dani brought up the whole Bill thing with the baby comment and how Bill thought that Andre bringing it up to Bill means that Andre is insecure in his marriage with Dani. Andre says that Bill and Haley are the insecure ones, which, I mean, Haley's persona is insecure even though she's just playing. Their scenes today, Dani and Andre didn't do anything for me. Dani said that she and Andre's relationship is healthy and respectful, and it is healthy for Dani. But Dani doesn't go about it in a healthy way towards Andre. She has still kept information from Andre. She still is drawn to Bill having these toxic conversations, even though she has been trying to keep it friendly lately, I guess. I think we're in a slow burn with this relationship where Andre and Dani are supposed to be happy, and while I'm glad that they are, they're not talking about the issues in their actual marriage right now. And the issue is that it's not just Bill that has this pull towards Dani. Dani has it towards Bill too. And until we get a scene where Andre confronts that and thus confronts Dani, it's going to be hard for me to be into these two, which is a shame because, just months ago, they were one of the better parts of these episodes. After that, Dani had Chelsea over. She wanted to carry a Chelsea cat bag in her Tatum Runway show, and Chelsea thought that Dani's comeback should be more focused on Dani and not Chelsea. So Dani was surprised that Chelsea didn't want her to do that. Smitty and Jacob met up today, not in the alley, but in the hotel room, which I'm sure Smitty was probably sad that they weren't meeting in our favorite alley. But Jacob was holding his ribs this entire episode. They really want us to know that Jacob's ribs are hurt thanks to Ren, which is what Jacob told Smitty about today. Jacob is still wanting Smitty to quit the assignment because look what happened to trained professional Jacob. Who can tell that Jacob is a trained professional, though? Smitty still wants to be a part of this story because he wants to use this story to get higher up in his career, similar to what Jacob is doing with it at the police force. I don't know if either of these two should really be higher up in their careers with how this case has been going. But Smitty told Jacob about Martin's security detail for the family and made sure to tell Jacob that no, they didn't follow him here. And then Smitty brought up a name he's been hearing and told Jacob that Jacob needs to try and take a deeper dive into the employee's name that he found info on. And then Jacob and his sore ribs went to go to the drop-off with Grayson. I guess we'll talk about Grayson and Ashley a little bit. I really did not pay attention to their scenes today, which is why I didn't want to do a watch-along, because I made a decision when I saw the spoilers. I don't care. But yeah, Grayson was talking about wanting to show his ambitions, and I think this was his reasoning for why he was going to call Derek to volunteer at the clinic. Derek was meeting with Eva today. Eva didn't like when Derek was so surprised that Marcel was dating her mother. Derek kept saying that he can't believe Marcel is dating a criminal, aka Leslie, which of course Eva didn't like Derek talking about her mama and insinuating Leslie is a criminal even though she is. But yeah, Grayson called Derek looking to volunteer at the free clinic. Derek denied him, said no, we're good. Eva wondered why Derek was rejecting free help. Derek said they already hit their volunteer numbers for now, and that Grayson gives Derek bad vibes, which is what Derek later told Ashley as to why he didn't want Grayson to be a part of the clinic. Derek told Ashley about how Grayson was sneaking off and casing the free clinic, and it gave him odd feelings. Ashley was saying that Grayson was giving she and Derek time to talk at the free clinic when that happened. We wouldn't care because we didn't see any of these scenes at the free clinic. We've still never seen the free clinic. Not that I would want to see extra Ashley, Grayson, Derek scenes, but nonetheless, yeah, kind of just a throwaway scenes with that today. And then, like I said, Jacob and his sore ribs did the drop off in the elevator with Grayson. He asked Grayson why Grayson had been ignoring his calls. Grayson was saying he's had to stay low after he got in trouble with a higher up, aka Leah, the chief of staff, which Jacob doesn't know yet. Jacob told Grayson he got roughed up for changing the location, and he wanted to talk about some woman named Rachel, which is who Smitty found info on. And then Jacob said he needs to find a way out of this, and that Grayson should too. I mean, these scenes were a joke today. This Impaler storyline is a joke. I see speculation again that maybe and Leah is Joey's sister, and she's the Impaler, and I think that would be a bad thing. That would not work for me because Leah is supposed to be a character that's not around a long time, so that would not be a good reveal that she's Joey's sister. Now, maybe if somebody is higher up ahead of Leah, and that character is Joey's sister, that could be a little more interesting. Nonetheless, the Impaler storyline is anything but interesting, however. So, yeah, today's episode sucked. It was very boring, and I'm very worried about this week in general because we're going to have to see a lot of Vanessa and I think a lot of the Impaler storyline. So it's going to be rough, but I am going to try and do a watch along tomorrow, and I will be back to review tomorrow's episode. Let me know in the comments if you were able to make it through today's boring episode.